Hey, and welcome to Astrology for the People. This is for the full moon in Aquarius on Friday the 31st of July at 8:42 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we touch on what the planets are doing, but this video much more so is about how we can work with those aspects to flow with the cosmic tides rather than against them. I'll get into that for you now. Welcome. Holy moly. So it's not boring at the moment. Wow, there's a lot going on, guys. I really wondered how I was going to cover everything that I wanted to cover in this video. So I've decided to actually keep it quite short this week. Seems like it was going to go one way or the other. I'll keep it short or I'll rant for hours. And really just give you the essence of what's going on and some big kind of strategies, I guess, or some useful techniques that you can use to work with that. So, full moon in Aquarius, we're going to want to be taking a big step back. And by that I mean the Leo-Aquarius axis. Leo is, life's a stage. Aquarius is much more so the audience. And it's quite a dramatic time that we're in at the moment. And so I really encourage you to be aware of the fact that life is an illusion in a lot of ways. Can we look at our lives like a movie that's playing out? Can we see ourselves as the lead characters in our own movie, but also as the director? So not getting caught up in the thick of all the plots at the moment. Being able to just take that step back and go, wow, there's some really interesting stuff going on. I can be objective with that. And the benefit to being objective will be that we're not going to get caught up in the drama as much. I just thought of a quote that I really love, which is, I believe it's an old Russian proverb, not my circus, not my monkeys. And so, yeah, I would pay heed to that this next couple of weeks. It's going to be challenging at times though, because a lot of the time it's going to feel like it is our circus. And particularly because we've still got this theme of relationships going on. It's all really close to home stuff. If there are needs that haven't been met, if there are old issues that have shown up time and time again in your relationship, this may be with an intimate partner or it may be with a close friend. Then that will come up to the surface again, definitely. If you're single, it may be this issue, it may be around loneliness. It may be around the things that have stood in the way of relationship for you in the past that are coming to the surface. Either way, it's quite dramatic. I'm pretty sure Mercury is just about the only planet that's not retrograde at the moment. Might be a slight exaggeration, but not by much. We have 5 planets in retrograde, plus Chiron, which is a comet, plus Lilith as well, which is an orientation point. I won't go into that now. But yeah, so it's not a stable time. Reform, you look at the re of retrograde, reconsider, reform, readjust, redo. So there's a lot of energy for doing things, but a lot of it seems to be redoing. So yeah, rather than actually kind of linear forward movement, we find ourselves having a new understanding of things and hence having to redo our structures a little bit if, this is in the way of projects and business. In terms of relationship, everything's just kind of shifting. In terms of life in general, it's kind of like earthquake season, where everything is just shifting and things that we may have believed were stable are proving to be not necessarily quite as stable as we thought. We also have Saturn coming out of retrograde and going direct a day after the full moon. So there's this kind of serious energy that's hanging around. It's going to be squaring Jupiter. So yeah, big advice at the moment, definitely carrying on from last fortnight when I was speaking, would be don't do anything rash. If you can just take a step back rather than getting caught up in all of the fire of what's going on and really have a look at the bigger picture, it will save a lot of dramas. Some drama is going to be unavoidable, but we can still be mature about it. We can still go, wow, I'm having some really big feelings. Wow, there's heaps of stuff I need to communicate. How can I do that in a respectful way where I'm owning my needs and not being unnecessarily brutal? So yeah, kind of accepting that things are going to be shifting, things are going to be changing. Really good time to get in touch with our values. Venus has just gone into retrograde. So yeah, there's going to be a big reconsideration around what we value, as well as, you know, what we believe relationship to be. And there may be some big conversations that need to happen. If you need to seek support from a relationship counsellor. If you want to come and see me, come and see me. I'm not a relationship counsellor, but I definitely can help with connecting into the self. And this is what I'm looking at the moment. I've actually just recorded a really beautiful meditation that I'm going to be offering on my website around opening to love. And the reason that I felt like that was really important at this time is so many of the issues that we come up against in relationship actually tie back into us demanding that that other person be our connection to love. So I know that probably sounds a little bit abstract and obscure. What I mean by that is we believe that they somehow can take love away from us. So if they're in a bad mood, we get cranky because they're not treating us in the way that we'd like. And I'm not saying accept bad treatment, but what I'm wanting to draw your attention to is the extent to which we give our power away to other people. It's like we expect them to give that to us, when the only love that we're ever going to be able to have consistently 100% of the time is our connection to source, our connection to our own hearts. Doesn't mean we always feel lovey. You know, sometimes that love brings up feelings, brings up sensations that are there to be let go of, so it's serving us in that way. But when we depend on another person for our emotional security, this is what I'm trying to get at. When we depend on another person for our emotional security, when they don't give us that, we get angry. And that's not actually their responsibility to give us that. So yeah, this meditation's around opening to love. It's about connecting to your core, and I really encourage you to check it out. This is something that is really, really key right now because everything's shifting. If we can find our own stability and our own core within ourselves, it doesn't mean that things are going to stop shifting, but it'll be a lot less traumatic. It's like the difference between kind of being able to stand centered while everything goes around us and getting thrown back and forward, and then looking at our partner and going, it was your job to stop me falling over. Yeah, so check that out. I'm going to be putting that up on the website. Hopefully it'll be up by the time I get this video to you. Yeah, you'll find it on the homepage. It's my new email list goodie. So yeah, check that out. I really hope you benefit from that. And yeah, was there anything else that I wanted to share with you today? No, that really is the essence of it. Hey, I said before about not doing anything rash. There is a lot of energy at the moment. There's a lot of fire, there's a lot of stuff moving, there's a lot of, and that can kind of manifest as restlessness as well if we don't have somewhere to channel that. So what I would suggest is when you have those big movements of energy that you would, you know, want to throw into a fight or want to throw into running and going, doing something crazy. Find something healthy that you can do with that energy, whether it's free writing and or doing a big rant on your laptop and just getting it all out, or whether it's, you know, investing in a project, or whether it's, you know, going for a run if that's what does it for you, or having a dance. Finding creative outlets. This is Leo. Finding creative outlets for that energy, and we're going to end up getting a lot less pent up, I guess. The pressure won't be able to build as much, and it's not going to be quite as likely to explode. It's a fiery couple of weeks. And it will start to settle a bit after that as the planetary ingress into Virgo begins. Jupiter's actually going to go into Virgo between now and when I speak to you next, but I'll talk about that more next fortnight because she's going to be there for a year. So yeah, there's a bit to explore around that. But yeah, until then, center in, bunker down, let everything shift, have the conversations that need to be had, but practice doing it in a really respectful way. And know that my love is with you so much. Check out the meditation. And yeah, take care, be gentle with yourself, eat good food, kiss the earth. I'll talk to you soon.